Hello and welcome to the Paul and Sam podcast. I'm your host. My name is Sam. If you're new here, you're absolutely welcome. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification note so that you never miss an episode. I promise to keep bringing quality content as long as you subscribe. Don't forget to like, share, and also let's get interacting in the comment section. Now, every day, new standards are set in society. How can you be this age and still living in your parents' house? At this age, how are you still doing this job? Also, don't date if you don't have money. Societal pressure is immense. And here to help me break it down is none other than this man here, Musenge Bwalya. How are you doing?
I'm fantastic. How are you, Sam?
I was about to introduce you as the name you told me not to, the Mr.
Oh, no, not anymore.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, by the way, ladies, he's no longer available. He is taken. He's about to be cuffed. Musenge Bwalya is a teacher, fitness enthusiast, and he's a professional rugby player. How's it going? You are enough. I love your shirt, by the way.
I am enough.
And what it says.
I am enough.
You are. You are strong. You is kind. You is brave. You is important.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I feel it.
How's your week been?
My week has been chilled and busy all at the same time. Different sectors of life have been pulling me in different directions. I'm just glad it's Friday.
Let's do this.
Yeah. So yeah, let's relax a bit.
He said it's Friday. It's not Friday actually. It's
Thursday.
Yeah.
It's Thursday.
And that's what happens when you are getting up there in age.
It is Thursday.
Lying about how old you are just to play on the team.
Who's gonna know?
Everybody. Everybody. So I want to ask you first question I have to ask you is it a crime to be broke?
These days it feels like it is. It feels like it's a crime. Honestly.
It's a crime to be broke. How
I think it is. I think different areas of life. I mean, first of all, just as someone coming up in the world, in the land of Zambia,
the land
we
of
know
work
we
and
need
joy.
money to get this, that, and the other thing, right? But then you run into this group of even if it's just your friends who say, guys, Muzamba tueshama HILUX. More mini HILUX. You know what I mean? All of a sudden, you're under pressure thinking, I don't have HILUX money, but I need to have HILUX money. That's just your friends. You haven't even gotten past, this is just in your friend group, right?
So your friend group actually, or not your friend group, but generally speaking, friends actually do make you feel bad for not having a certain amount of money and not making a certain amount of money.
They do. Even if it's unconsciously, sometimes it's just you're hanging out and you realize the general conversation is how much money you made this week or what car you bought last week or what trip you're going on with your wife next month. And then everyone's chipping in. You're quiet. Just like
this is waiting
for the soccer conversation to start. You know what I mean? And you're like, damn, I'm not part of the group. I'm not meeting the standard. I'm not cutting it to be part of my general friend group because I'm not doing these things that apparently we're supposed to be doing, or I'm supposed to be at this level, at this age.
So when those conversations are taking place, how does that make you feel?
It makes you feel like you're not enough. It makes you feel, it's mixed because on the one hand, you might have your story, you know what you're planning, maybe I'm in school or maybe I just got into work. So you're thinking, okay, you've got your plan. I'm going to do this and this by this time and this time and this time and this and this time. These conversations start when you're thinking, I'm behind. I got left behind. My friend is in a BMW. My friend is in a HILUX. My guy is a general manager. My friend's a CEO. This guy has 2 kids, which is a whole other level of wealth in Zambia. Is how many children you have, how big your house is, do you have a swimming pool? It's a whole, it's a tiered level of wealth of stuff that you're supposed to have as a man at a certain age or in a certain category of whatever job you're in. So then if you're there with guys who you believe are on your level or in your category of where you're supposed to be, and then they're talking about these things which you don't have or you're not, or which are not, you start thinking, I'm left behind. I'm not cutting it. I'm not where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah.
Like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to be doing, this is what I'm supposed to be achieving. Whether I'm stealing to get it or not doesn't matter. But this is there.
I feel like the fact that you even said, I feel like I'm left behind, you have that conversation. You don't really hear a lot of guys say, oh, I feel left behind and I should achieve certain things at a certain age. I should be this, I should have this at this age. Yeah. I should be in a mansion by the time I'm 40, 2.5 kids, white wall fence, dog.
Yeah.
So, the pressure is immense, eh?
It's immense. And we won't talk about it. We won't talk about it. Society is putting it out there. And we feel that pressure. That pressure is there. And you have to find a way.
How, if you are, let's say you have your job you have a job, you're making your money. But if it's not covering, what then?
That's when you get into the other side of money making.
A side hustle.
A secret stash. We're not going back there.
Stash.
We're not going back there. We're not going back there.
The secret stash.
We're not going back there. That was last season. We're not going back. I got so many DMs about the secret stash episode. I'm not trying to be Zambia's #1 hated guy on Koa Sam podcast.
Ooh. So it's okay to be a little hated. It means you're doing something right.
Right? Bad publicity is still publicity, right?
It's still publicity.
So then guys get into so many shady businesses, deals, because you just have to have that HILUX. You have to take your wife on that trip. You have to have those 3.5 children going to Lechwe or Simba or Amano. I'm telling you, when you sit around certain conversations of men, there's obviously those men who they've done well, they have the money, and they're doing it right. They can sustain that life. Then you get another group of guys who you can tell this guy doesn't have the money or the constant flow of money to support this thing that he's trying to support. These kids at Simba, this car that, may not be all the way paid off, this house that he's trying to build for his wife, this trip that he's promised the family in June or in December. He doesn't have the money, but he has to have the money.
He has to have the money.
And you can see this man is under pressure.
How can you tell?
You can just tell. Because some of these guys, like I said, this is your friend group. You know them. You know how much money they make. You know what they do. You know where they go. You know if what he got was legit. So you can tell, like, this guy, I know he didn't have enough money or he doesn't have enough money for that trip he's planning. But he's planning this trip and you're like, how is he going to make it? And you can tell this guy, he knows he has to make this thing happen. But he doesn't have the money for it at that point in time. But he'll find a way to do that deal.
Is it unfair to date when you're broke?
Yes and no. Yeah. I think there is a side of dating where I don't think everyone makes it about money. Let's be fair. There'll always be that girl, that guy that it's not about money. But
that love you for you.
Yeah, I love you for you. You have a great smile, great personality. Right? But then there's another side of it where you might, for example, you're dating a proper girl. She doesn't think everything's about money. But her friend just got flowers on Friday for no reason. Red roses.
The flowers for no reason. I love those, by the way.
They're fantastic. But do you know how much roses are? They're not a no reason thing to buy for any Jim and Jack. It's not easy. This other girl gets taken to what's this restaurant? Mozambique. So this is a girl. These are her friends. For example, this is a student.
Yeah.
Your roommate gets taken to Mozambique. This one goes to Zanzibar for Valentine's. This one, this one gets picked up by a HILUX. This is a girl in school. We're not even going past that. The girl in school, she was picked up by a HILUX. This HILUX thing is serious.
It's serious. Clearly, it's serious.
So then it starts from the girl thinking, "Ish, Mawan, what's happening in my relationship? These things are not happening." So this is a girl that didn't originally make it about money, but because of the pressures around her, in her friend group, her roommates, the people she knows. Now it comes to your relationship. Now this is the girl I'm dating. So now I'm getting this to my hints where and the girls are subtle about these things. She's like, Mwamba was taken to Zanzibar.
Not Mwamba.
And you start picking them up here and they're like, okay, she's trying to say something. Mm-hmm. And now you're this guy who maybe you're a couple years ahead, you just started work. Mm-hmm. You're earning a 6-pin salary, 7-pin salary. Mm-hmm. You can take her out on a date here and there, but you're not going to do Zanzibar
yet.
Willy-nilly yet.
Yeah.
You're not going to do Mozambique every Friday yet. But the pressure is there. It's on. You have to meet the standard. She's expecting it because her friends are getting it. So now you're pulled into that cycle of, okay, it's a bit unfair because that's not where I'm at. Mm-hmm. So when you're saying is it fair? It's not fair because the world is moving without you. Uh-huh. The standards are moving without you and above you. And you have to make those ends meet. And you feel that pressure of, that's what she expects, that's what she wants. Mm-hmm. I love her, therefore. And that's where you get lost in it. Now you're like, wait, I need to borrow a 10-pin. Mm-hmm. Wait, Kashan, I'll pay you back within 6 months. That's the pressure. Mm-hmm. That's where it gets a little bit unfair because, and people will say, but who told you must do that? Who's forcing you? But it's society, it's pressure.
Yeah.
Because you get lost in thinking, what if I don't do it? She'll leave me for someone that will.
I'll lose her, yeah.
Right? She might not say it, but there's that general, this is what people are doing. So I need to do it too.
All because society says so. So you bend to what society...
You have to bend. Try not to break.
That's what I was about to say. So you bend far enough, and what happens when you break?
You borrow another 10-pin.
Borrow another 10-pin. Borrow some more money to get that HILUX. Money.
We have guys in debt for the silliest reasons.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay, give me one reason.
No, like exactly what we're talking about. We have guys in debt because he believes his girl, the girl is dating currently, the guy she dated before him, he drove a BMW. Right now, he had an alien.
What's the matter? It can get you from point A to point B.
No. It's not that. No. You need that Bluetooth which doesn't come on with a Chinese voice. You know?
Wait, how does it go?
The Bluetooth is
connected.
You don't need to jump in. That's not what she's used to. That's not the standard she's used to. That's what she used to date. Maybe she used to date that durable. No, guys. So you get a guy who already has a car, right? He has an alien, proper working alien. Going to get a loan to get a BMW or a HILUX or a Fortune or whatever, just so that he can keep his girl. That's the stupidest reason you hear guys getting into debt for. Is always about a girl.
So, if she leaves you, that's still not enough. Then, all because society said.
Society said standards.
Do we? Are you saying society is more? The pressure is more on men than women?
No.
Because I've heard a couple men say, "You don't know what we face when we go out there. It's pressure."
I'm not going to say that. I think different sides of society have more pressure on men than women.
Okay.
I think financially there's more pressure on men. From a society point of view. Then I think when it comes to things like modesty and if we're talking about relationships, how you keep your spouse, that pressure falls on the women a bit more. Ask that question.
I wanted to, maybe I shouldn't say it because if I do say it, it will be misinterpreted into something else, but we'll move on. We'll come back to it. We'll circle around. Do you think revealing that you have financial struggles is an admission of failure?
Yes, it is. It's taboo almost. as a man?
I've heard couple of friend groups where the woman say, "Oh, I want this," and then you'll say, "Shquit." Then be like, no more no got in
Yeah. It's tough. So admitting to your wife or your girlfriend that you don't have money, you are struggling? No, you don't do that.
Why not?
Men are built, obviously society played a big role, but we're built with the notion that we're providers and we're protectors, right? At the very least. And provision in this 21st century, we're in the 21st century, right? In this 21st century is financial, right? So if you don't have that thing which defines a man, automatically you're not a man, right?
Okay.
You're defined by your ability to provide and your ability to protect. If one of those is lacking, even if it is lacking, admitting that it's lacking is, I think that's also another side of the coin, because you might not have, but you admit it. But the side of not admitting that you don't have, it's I think that then attacks the male ego, because yes, I know this thing, I don't have it, it defines me as a man, but for you to know that I don't have it, takes it a step further, because now you know I'm not a man. I knew I wasn't a man, so now you know I'm not a man. And you're my woman who I'm supposed to provide and protect for. The spiral is crazy. So then you're like, wow, there's no way she can know that. She should never know. She should never know that we're struggling. Baby, I want to go to Zanzibar. Book it. Book it. We're going. All this while, this guy has 600 kwacha in his account. So admitting it is taboo. You never show it. When I was growing up, I thought you were comfortable.
Yeah.
I was like, guys, that's we are rich. That's we are rich. It was only after my dad passed that I realized, we were struggling. Really? And this man never admitted it.
Never showed it.
Never showed it.
Yeah.
He hustled here and there. When, it was an eye-opener to show that. Men keep a lot. So
seeing that, how did that affect you?
It was two ways. One was I got to be real about this. Okay, this is how the world is. You won't always have. Money doesn't actually grow on trees. You don't always have access to it. I got to know that. The other side that I experienced from that was knowing that men, and it's one of those things that you do it and you don't realize why you do it. I got to realize that even the times I don't have money, I don't admit it to other people. Like, this is not new. This has been going on. My dad used to do it.
Yeah.
So obviously it's been happening.
Yeah.
You realize that, wow, men are actually holding on to a lot of stuff that they struggle with financially. They don't tell anybody. But
hence the high rates of suicide.
Yeah. The show must go on. As a man, the show must go on. Your children must eat and go to school. Your wife must get her hair and nails done. You know?
She needs to look on point.
She's look good. She needs to,
drive the latest, what is it? Fortuna
HILUX. If I'm driving the HILUX, you get the Fortuna.
Have you ever felt isolated or excluded due to these societal pressures?
100%.
Really?
100%. Yeah.
How so?
A couple of years ago, girlfriend and her friends group are planning a trip.
Okay.
Right? Planning a trip overseas.
Okay.
All
sounds
the guys,
expensive, but okay.
Well, what? So we're talking, before we even reach what we're doing there, we're talking hotels, visas, and airplanes. You haven't even reached.
You haven't
You know
reached
what I mean?
it.
You haven't even reached to do the things that you can do there. You know what I mean?
The activities.
And I'm a student at this point. I'm a student, right?
Oh.
She's working. Her friends are working. Her friends' boyfriends are working. I'm a student.
Mm-hmm.
So now they're planning visas, airplanes, and and hotels.
Yeah.
We haven't even got into the activities yet.
Mm-hmm.
You're there with your entire student self, hearing this. We're in a group now. We're in a WhatsApp group. We're planning the trip, and these people are, they're throwing out numbers.
And you're looking at the numbers.
No. I think we need to set aside like a 10,000 each per day.
Per day.
For activities.
I'm sorry.
Sorry. Excuse me. What?
Yeah.
Where are you going to jump into that conversation and say, actually, sorry, sir.
Can we set aside because 300?
Hey. And these are not even guys that I know closely. So I'm like, dude, can you sponsor me like a 5p? They're not even people. Do you know how excluded you get to feel? On the one side, but on the other side, you have to pull up. You have to show up. You have to have that 10,000 a day because the trip has been planned.
Uh-huh.
And you're not going to go to your girl and say, baby,
no,
I don't have.
I can't
She's
go.
planned. She's got her 10,000. Where's yours? You know what I mean?
Oh my word!
So you really do get to feel excluded. You feel like a failure as a man. And I'm telling you, I'm a student. I was a student at the time. Why was I feeling that pressure? Why am I feeling like a failure? I haven't even started work yet.
Yes.
But I'm feeling like a failure. All because society expected me to have this money for this trip at this time. And I didn't. And now you're like, I'm a failure. I've failed. I wasn't even 30 yet. And I was feeling that.
You in your 20s?
In my 20s, I was feeling like I'm a failure. I'm like, and then you think back like, wow, what was all that?
But it's funny. That's a lot of people today.
Yeah.
People who are even 21, 20, 19.
100%.
And they feel they have to pull up and show out.
You have to. You have to.
But you don't even have a job. You're not on a salary. So where are you getting this money?
I'm not telling you where I got the money.
Oh, so you went on the trip.
I went on the trip. The trip happened.
Oh, it happened.
The trip happened. I had that 10,000 a day.
Per day. 10,000 per day.
Okay, maybe not per day. But maybe not per day. So
how long was the trip for? Like a week?
It was like a week.
5 days?
It was like
so that's 10,000 per day. That's 7 days.
That's 7 days. That's a lot of money. This is after hotels and it was. That's what you kind of needed. That's what you needed. But we pulled here and there, and I'll tell you, she actually came through for me quite a lot, and that's actually rare.
Because she loved you.
You know why?
You are enough.
I'm enough. And it was one of those where you get to the end of the trip and you look back and you realize, wow, this trip wasn't everything. It wasn't the be-all and end-all.
You didn't even have a good time?
No, it was a good trip. But what I mean is, at that time when I was asking for the money, I'm like, this trip has to happen. This is everything in my life right now. This has to happen. I have to have the money. I have to have this. I have to meet that standard. And you go all out for this thing. And then it ends. And then you're broke for the next 6 months. And then you're like, what was that? Who was this for? You know what I mean? Like, who was this actually for?
It was for society.
It was for society. Because at that point in time, at that, around those people, I had to be there. I had to have made it. I had to have that money. I had to afford that thing. I had to be,
I was about to ask you, didn't they know you're a student? Not that they cared.
No, they knew. They knew, but they're not going to have that conversation and say, okay, yeah, we need this, but I'm saying we know on the one hand, that's disrespectful, like to call me out like that. On the other hand, like, how am I going to feel if they do that? Like, so I didn't even feel offense with them or from them having those conversations. It was just how you plan a trip. That's just how you plan a trip. So they knew I was a student, but the trip is being planned. The show is going on. Where are you going to find yourself on that trip?
The trip heard around the world.
Yeah, you have to be on that trip. And you can't just be the vibes guy, you know? You can't be the guy who just brings the vibes. I don't have money, but I got the vibes.
But I'll make everybody laugh.
Yeah, I got jokes.
Hey.
I got jokes. But then you also want to feel like you took part. You offered something. You were able to look after your girl at the very least. You want to feel that thing. Mm-hmm. So there's that, but there's that feeling that naturally you get. I have to at least do that, and fulfill this and do that. But I think society takes that up like several notches, where now you're not just providing for your girl on the trip, and now you have to make sure she goes on that boat cruise for 6 p.m. You don't have to, right? You don't have to, but her friends are going. The friends are going on that trip, so you have to get her on that boat. Whether you throw her on or the boat is moving, you have to find a way to get her on that boat.
You know, I'm laughing because we're now in a phase where we're grown. Yeah. We're grown. Are we grown?
We're grown.
You are not?
We're grown.
Yeah.
We're grown.
Back then, obviously you would have felt, I would have felt pressure. Well, there were moments when I did feel pressure when you're dating somebody, but they're not really, you're seeing your friends with this and you're like, oh, but what about me type of thing. But now don't get me wrong. I like nice things as much as the next girl. We like nice things, but sometimes you just have to give society the middle finger because it's not worth it. If you're going to break your back at the end of the day, or you go on that cruise, I'm right to takuri kungani. Takuri ubunga kungani, and then now you go back home to a dark house, no food in the house. People are now giving you eyes like, this man.
So now what?
So now what?
We're going to eat love.
So it's okay. In what areas of your life do you feel societal pressure?
So apart from financial, I think that's a big one.
I love that you're admitting that. Apart from financial.
Apart from financial, I think financial for a man is generally the biggest, but for me personally, it is the biggest. There's pressure. I've always hung out with my brother's friends growing up. And that just went on into just hanging out with older guys. Okay. Hang out with older guys, you get to hang out with people that are more established than you. They've been working longer than you. They have more money than you. Just by that fact that they've had that head start. Yes. These are people that are 5, 6, 7 years older than you.
Yeah.
So naturally, you're left behind. You are left behind. That's just what it is, right? So you feel that financial pressure. And so that's why I'm saying I'll put that aside because I feel like we've spent the last 20, 25 minutes talking about that. But other pressures, I think, it's mixed. I'm going to say mixed because some of us come from different backgrounds, but there's traditional pressures as well. I think on that, yeah, there's those traditional pressures. Society expects you to have 5 children by the time you're 30. This is coming from a family, you must have 5 children. Then from the other side of society, those 5 children need to go to Letre or Simba or one of these ISA's international schools. So now you want to marry those 2. I have 5 kids and they must go to an international school. Who's paying for this? Back to the financial.
You.
Right? So that's why I'm saying it's mixed because it comes from different directions. You have traditional pressures. Getting married these days, you have to do. It's traditional, but it's mixed now because now you have to have the Chilangamunilo, right?
I was about to say that it's not just a wedding.
No.
There's a Chilangamunilo, which is a whole different family.
Whether you're Bemba or not is immaterial. You have to have a Chilangamunilo. That Chilangamunilo has become a show now. I'm sure you've seen the videos.
Booths, there's elaborate outfits.
There's everything. There's a bar. People are hiring caterers.
Bar?
People, yeah,
There's a bar?
bars. It's a thing now.
Wow.
People have bars. They have caterers. People are roasting pigs in the corner there. The money throwing it's become.
Oh, we're throwing money now?
What do you mean we're throwing money now?
Oh.
We've been throwing money.
No, when?
When they're drumming and the food.
Oh.
Yeah. That money throwing. But then that money throwing it's escalated.
Oh, like
it's now just
now
about
the
who can come
flashback.
in with a thick stack of
stack,
dollars
yeah.
and just do that thing. It's ridiculous.
I remember somebody said to me, one of these, the ladies that I get my roasted maize from, love a good roasted maize, by the way.
Okay.
She had said, I had asked her, she had said, basically she was complaining, saying, I have a kitchen party this weekend. I think kitchen party at Chilangamuliro, I think. Can't remember. I have a kitchen party this weekend, and we're being pressured to bring, I think it was like 6 chickens or something, 6 live chickens, and we have to do other things on top of it. We have to have an outfit. She goes, back in the day, when people were Chilangamuliro kitchen party, we just bring 1 chicken,
Yeah.
a plate of veg, shima or a side or whatever, and that's it.
Yeah.
But she's like, today is crazy because society has said, not if we can point kumbab.
Yeah. That same point. And then what? It's not even, we've actually even gone away from tradition. The same thing that we're saying about traditional pressure. We've gone even like left of it. Because tradition has changed somehow into we must have a pig there. We must have outfits. Now the bride shows up at the groom's house. That never used to happen back in the day. Now she's there after the occasion taking pictures with the family at the Chilanga Modiro.
Oh, after?
Yes.
Oh, no. Wait. Let me
That's
see.
happening now.
No, we never did that.
It's happening now where she comes in after everything's said and done. The food has been brought in, the money has been thrown. She then comes in. There's a whole thing of it where she walks in. She comes to the house. What I knew growing up was the girl cooks the food at the house.
Yeah.
And it comes with her family,
yes,
the girls, the aunties, Wanachimbusa, and the drumming crew. Fine.
And that's it.
No. Now it's a thing. That's why the outfits thing has become serious.
Also, that's why we wear the outfit, so we can show him and he can see you look good and be like, yeah,
So
choice
now
what? Now panga choice mana.
Yeah, well done. It's a whole other event now. And it all now is banani. They did this.
Oh.
We also need to paneba naifwe. And it's worse than that now. Funerals. Have you been to a funeral these days? It's different. If you go to a funeral now of anyone that's at a certain level in society, maybe they were friends with the mayor, or there was somebody, some kind of level of status in the society, in the district, in the community. The funeral has a caterer. There's billboards of the person's face.
Yes.
You've seen that,
Yes,
right?
seen that.
It's become a show and tell.
Ah.
This is a funeral. Now
They're not here to see the billboard. They're not here to see the
they're here to
caterer.
mourn the person.
Yeah.
Celebrate their life. Whatever it is.
That's the last thing you need, dealing with, on top of everything else. Now, they bring in, banan kane tukachitashani. Banan kane. Then after that's done, but they wake in motion.
And now you have to, the meal after the burial has to be a certain standard. You have to have certain X amount of chickens. Otherwise, we need to provide this spectacular enough meal for people after the burial.
Yeah.
We need to send them off in this amount of caskets. Even I don't know if you've gone to a funeral home recently. There are options of the car that drives your coffin. Eh?
Really?
Yes, and we're talking from a general hearse to like an Isuzu, all the way up to what is this car? A Jeep, right? There's classes of car. I'm talking, when I say Jeep, I'm saying Jeep with like fancy rims and everything. It's a business that you're actually buying into when you. It's serious now. So now, if my cousin was a well-known Jarabo in Kitwe, we can't send him out in this kama car, this kama St. Anne's car, which takes everybody. No, he needs to be pulled by a Jeep. To be pulled by, at the very least, by an Isuzu or something. And the funeral packages are getting more and more ridiculous because they know this. They know people are going to spend money. They're going to show out because society has reached this is where society is at. So now it's like a show and tell. And this is what I was talking about the time after, because this passes. You get to the end of this funeral and you reach this, now what? The family, this person left kids now. What are they going to eat? This person left a house that wasn't fully paid for, or it's on rent, or maybe his wife wasn't working. So now you spent 50, 60, 70, 80,000 on this burial. Not even the funeral, the burial. And now you come home to the family meetings afterwards and you're like, fish to alaria. Ngavana, ngama school fees. I'm like, excuse me? And this 80 pin that could have gone into that? You know what I mean? So it's ridiculous where things are at. Yeah?
Just quickly, I've been told we have to wrap it up.
Okay.
How can we foster a more inclusive and accepting environment where people feel comfortable being themselves and not bending to what society says they should be or should have?
Oh, it's tough. It's tough. I think we're a little bit in a situation where we're almost so far gone. But even with the other conversations we've had on this podcast, it's about grooming the next generation. If we can groom the next generation to have open conversations, to be honest and say, I don't have. If my kid growing up, I can teach him to say, hey, because my dad didn't. Like I told you the story. He just, I thought we were rich. We weren't. He never opened up. But if I can raise a child, raise a boy especially, and tell him, hey, dude, right now we don't have. I could have taken you to Simba, but we can't afford it. I'm taking you to Nkana Trust or whatever it is, convent
good
or
schools,
whatever. Yeah, it's a good school. If we have more money, we'll see what we can do, but this is where we're at. Such a small thing carries forward. I don't think you can change an entire generation like right now, as the generation is fully grown. Like we said, we're fully grown. We're grown.
We're grown.
I don't think it's hard to change ideologies and systems and what we believe in, beliefs and values now. I'm still in my teens, but you know, the rest of you are in your 30s and 40s. You know me. It's hard to change that group of people and say, oh, this is what we're doing now.
Yeah.
But I think if we can foster conversations with the next generation, how we're raising our kids, and say, it's okay to be honest.
Yeah.
It's okay to say I don't have. It's okay to say I don't believe in that.
Yeah.
I don't believe in having to spend so much on a funeral or a wedding or a chilangam. It's okay to say that. If they grow up that way and their friends grow up that way, we can sort of reverse the cycle, I think. I think it starts with the next generation. And this current generation of parents.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So there's a lot of work to do, but we got to do it together.
I like that. We have as well, but we have to do it together. We have to do it together. Thank you so much for making time to come down and speak to me on the Call Her Sam podcast, by the way. Do you like my background? A new background.
It's really good. It's really good. I was expecting to see my name somewhere.
Oh, Call Her Sam and call him Moose.
Somewhere, but you know.
This is our podcast, by
I'll give you time. I'll give you like another 2 months. We can print another one. Doesn't have to be so pink and purple, but
wow.
We can
so you have input in this.
I'll send you some
ideas.
Some ideas.
Okay.
I have requests.
Oh, you have requests. Okay, sir. Society says you have to bring something stable for you to have requests. Don't just bring your requests over here.
No. Yeah.
Could you take that free line?
Don't worry. I'll find the money. find someone to loan me a 10p.
Oh, okay. And that HILUX too, don't forget. You need transportation to get to
I'll bring the poster in a HILUX. I got you.
Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Don't forget to hit that notification button, like, share, hit me up in the comment section. Let's get interacting. Listen, if don't give in to what society, it's easier said than done. But I think how you are, how you're raised, what people you surround yourself with. Don't always feel the pressure to do more than your means. Live within your means. Don't you say, always live within your means. If you can't manage, it's okay. It's okay. You are enough.
You're enough.
You are enough.
You're enough.
As you are.
Yeah.
You are enough.